We respectfully acknowledge that the Durango 9R School District is located on lands and territories taken from the Nuchu Ute people. This land is also the ancestral home or served as a site of trade, gathering, or healing for Apache, Pueblo, Dene, and other nations. We recognize and honor these peoples and nations as the traditional stewards of this land and water and respect their enduring relationship with it. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Durango High School Class of 2023 graduation. My name is Leo Stridicus. I am the president of the DHS Class of 2023, and I will be the MC for tonight's event. This is an incredible accomplishment for each and every one of our graduates, and we have so much to celebrate. Our time at Durango High School was not easy, but we learned how to adapt. Together, we navigated our way through 4 years, each unique. I cannot wait to see what this class accomplishes, and thank you for 4 amazing years.
Respetuosamente, reconocemos que el Distrito Escolar 9R de Durango está ubicado en tierras y territorios arrebatados del pueblo Nuchu. Esta tierra también es el hogar ancestral, o sirvió como sitio de comercio, reunión o curación para Apache, Pueblo, Diné y otras naciones. Reconocemos y honramos a estos pueblos y naciones como guardianes tradicionales de esta tierra y agua y respetamos su relación con ella. Buenas noches a todos. Bienvenidos a la graduación del 2023 de Durango High School. Mi nombre es Daniela Chavarro. Este es un logro increíble para todos y cada uno de nuestros estudiantes. Tenemos mucho que celebrar. Nuestro tiempo en Durango High School no fue fácil, pero nos enseñó cómo adaptarnos. Juntos navegamos nuestro camino por 4 años, cada uno único. No puedo esperar a ver lo que esta clase logrará y gracias a todos por estos 4 años increíbles.
شمانا هستان بقاقه نخي أولتخا دو نخي نانش بالخزقة كواسي تزيجه دون نود دعاد النقا بكيا بقاق خديدلو خدي يادا دبنتا بنا هوس أجه زلغاد النقا دو كيس آني دنقا آدو نخي دناني دليني نخي نهغا دو نخي تصدزن بنهوكا بقاق نيدا نخي بتسيش تلجي نيدليني نخا جو باغو يه نخي مانا هستان بالكيدا ويد زل ناز نلغو ألسان كدا تطلع دو تخدان دليج نخي تصدزن نخي ين نخي أول إيل بين نهوكا بقاج نخي كتل أول لهيد إيه يادات شك داشد النقا كون دبنسا بياغي كنتلانا هزآغي na kidemil do ba an na din tra ykhahegi na awe ni yaje ni hinaln da iltra tsida yego hehe de deshnil di kon na khalchne shabanoya din tsida sorry din ni hitsalke ni hit khadzigi Leo Stridicus wilya ni na khalchne da iltragi benat ani jeligo khananish ajila Ajanila, oho ben da huist ana kuje biga edelia. Eban hilta hojon do ba heta nidzen. Oho wal yego nan hines tra hindet hilra nilt ego di nachaje ultra bi khadikhay. Da anltsaje de khaygo Ina tsida njonigi do yat ehigi ben da dilti ben da dilti bita huil agi ben nache nas ne neje be adanit edolel Eide ba Hehen Sendo a Hehe Dini do Lel Janila a Hehe.
We would now like to take a moment to pause and remember all those who could not be here today in person with us to join our celebration. They are in our hearts forever, and we know that they are here in spirit. Please be seated. Please join me in welcoming Durango High School's incredible principal, Mr. John Hurl.
Good evening, Demons and Demon families. Welcome to Durango High School's graduation ceremony for the class of 2023. Today is the most important and exciting day of the school year for Durango High School, Durango School District, and for all the graduates sitting before me. These past 4 years have been a heck of a ride, and we are so excited to fill this stadium today with all of our friends and family members to celebrate this remarkable class. I appreciate you joining us today as we commemorate the hard work, adaptability, and perseverance of over 300 remarkable students. I'd like to give a special recognition to Carol Queen and her crew for working tirelessly to get our grounds and space ready for today's ceremony. Thank you to our graduation committee, and specifically Ann Duft and Deb Mendenwalt, for their diligence, patience, and persistence to get all of us here today. I'd also like to give a special thank you to our Durango community. On your way in, you certainly noticed our new Impact Center under construction, and we have improvements beginning next week in our main building as a result of the community support of our 2020 bond measure. Thank you for supporting our vision to strengthen our portrait of a graduate skills and dispositions through our career pathways. Joining us today to honor our graduating class, our school board members, President Kristen Smith, Vice President Erica Brown, Secretary Andrea Parmenter, and member Katie Stewart. From the school district team, Dr. Karen Chesser, Superintendent, Laura Galito, Executive Director of Human Capital, Dr. Dylan Cannell, Executive Director of Curriculum, Instruction, and Assessment, Dr. Lori Rosbeck, also Executive Director of Curriculum, Instruction, and Assessment, Public Information Officer Carla Sluice, Kathy Morris, Director of School Safety and Security, and Cricket Lewis, Coordinator of Career and Technical Education. Joining us from our high school leadership team, Assistant Principal Melissa Boudreau, Assistant Principal Rachel Colesman, Assistant Principal Darren Tarshis, District Activities Athletics Director Ryan Knorr, DHS Athletics Director Tim Fitzpatrick, and Coordinator of Interventions Robert Aspen. This amazing team will be supporting me in honoring our graduates as they walk across the stage here tonight. Finally, I'd like to recognize some of the most important people, our Durango High School staff and any Durango 9R employees seated with our graduates in the crowd today. DHS and Durango School District have an amazing staff committed to success of each student from pre-K through senior year. Our staff strives to positively impact the lives of each student and help guide them to become the incredible individuals we are honoring here today. Will all of you that are members of the Durango High School faculty and any member of Durango School District please rise and be recognized? We also have an elite group of teachers graduating with you today as they retire from this noble profession. We have 5 retirees with a combined 155 years of educational experience. This is also a very unique group, given that many have spent the majority of their careers here at DHS, serving an astounding 101 years in this high school. Todd Casebeer has been in education for 33 and a half years, 7 of those at DHS. Tara Holler has been in education for 32 years, 28 at DHS. Robert Logan has given 32 years to education, with 26 being at DHS and a 1977 DHS alumni. Sandy Seibert has been in education for 24 years, 13 at DHS. Finally, Sean Smith has been in education for 34 years, 27 at DHS. Thank you for your service to this amazing profession, and specifically for leaving Durango High School in our great community, an amazing place for students. You have left DHS better than you found it, and we wish you all the best in the next chapter of your life. Seniors, having the privilege to speak to you this evening, I always reflect on what to say. I've earned a few degrees and attended many ceremonies, and I can honestly say that I don't remember a whole lot of what's said. So I'm hoping that this experience tonight will be different for you. I know it will be for me. You will be the only class to have a different experience all 4 years that you were in high school. I first met many of you August of 2019 for Demon Day. The following year, I got to know many of you as cohort 10-something. 10-1, always enjoyed the lunchtime. You have had 6, 7, 8 different class schedules. I'm not really sure. I think we lost count somewhere along the way. Your high school experience was extremely unique, having missed out on spring seasons, having teachers rotate in and out of your classrooms, learning remotely and in person. Your experience was not traditional. Yet when I asked one of your fellow classmates, "How was your high school experience?" I was blown away by the answer. "You know, Hurl, I feel like we got the best of a bad situation. The first 2 years were really weird, but we got to have homecoming dances, we still got prom, we attended football games, and we went to theater productions. Things the 2 classes before us didn't really get to do as upperclassmen. Overall, we were pretty lucky." This was one of the most thoughtful responses I could have hoped for. Often in life, there are 2 ways to approach any situation: positive or negative. As a coach, there are 3 things I consistently try to emphasize for kids that you have complete control over: the attitude you bring to any situation, the effort you put into any situation, and the belief in yourself in any situation. The response from the student showed the positive approach that she took in her attitude, her effort, and her belief in herself in this situation called high school. I encourage you to listen for the positivity in the message that you're going to get from our 2 classmates tonight. As you know, I met with you as a class on the first day of school of senior year, and my question to you was, you have 169 days left, minus 6 snow days. That will be the legacy. What will the legacy of the class of 23 leave behind? I also challenged each of you to be kind. Just may have said it in a different way. This is the most successful class to graduate from DHS to date. The student called me out on that and he said, "I bet you say that about every class, don't you?" The truth is yes, but each class that has come through here keeps outdoing the one before it. Many of you have been part of the explosion of career pathways. We have a record number of internships and over 200 certifications that were earned this year. 40 students taking advantage of work-based learning opportunities, and 885 students taking over 1,300 pathway courses towards certification. Troop 1096 was nominated for a Bobby G Award this year. Think Tonys for high school. And they're going to be sending 9 talented students off to compete at nationals this summer. The jazz band received an excellent rating this year. Orchestra had superior marks this year at CHASA Festival and 2 all-state members of the orchestra. DECA set a mark with 40 state qualifiers, 2 state officers, and 4 that have qualified for internationals this summer. The DHS Colors Choir program received a superior and an excellent rating at the Greeley Jazz Festival, and all 3 choirs won first place. Aerospace has gone to nationals 26 of the last 28 years. A newly formed Knowledge Bowl was ranked 3rd in the nation and placed 2nd at state. For the first time ever, Skills USA has a post-secondary officer, 1 state officer, and are sending 4 to nationals this summer. DHS Speech and Debate had many state placers with 2 qualifying for nationals. Student Council brought back the Council of Excellence rating, and they received it for the 12th time in the last 13 years. You've taken numerous AP exams, with over 70% of you having taken an exam, and you can honestly say for many of you, you took them at school, home, and online. Multiple teams have won league titles, regional titles, multiple CHASA playoff appearances, individual state titles, and many programs this year set the new standard for postseason expectations, including our girls lacrosse program, girls basketball, football, girls soccer, boys soccer, and volleyball. The overall weighted class GPA is a 3.39 over the past 4 years, including 1 student this year who blew away the average for the highest GPA ever at DHS with a 4.58. We have students going to top-tiered schools such as Columbia, Dartmouth, Yale, and Middlebury, to name a few. We have others who will be going to trade school, some taking a well-deserved gap year, some going straight into industry, and some going to proudly serve our country. As of today, this senior class has accumulated over $3 million in scholarship money, including multiple 4-year full-ride scholarships. What I see when I look out at this group of young men and women is a group that knows how to adapt, adjust, and make the best of any situation. More importantly, I know you will excel while still exhibiting kindness and compassion. Find the positive in all that you do. Congratulations, class of 2023. You absolutely crushed it.
Please join me in introducing our Durango 9R School Board President and proud mom of a 2023 graduate, President Kristen Smith.
Good evening. On behalf of the Board of Education, I would like to congratulate the class of 2023 on this tremendous accomplishment. Part of the mission of the Durango 9R School District is to ensure that each student develops the skills and attributes for lifelong learning and has the ability to compete and contribute in the global community. Graduates fulfill this mission through their mastery of academic content and also through gaining additional skills, which we have defined as our portrait of a graduate. Graduates, when you leave here, if you need a reminder of how to embody these POG skills, you can look no further than the beloved cartoon character, Curious George, to guide your way. Curious George is an empathetic collaborator. When Tina, who uses a wheelchair to get around, Wanted to play in the basketball game, but was too shy to ask, George tosses the ball to her. So in your new stage in life, look around. Who can you toss the ball to? Who can you work with? Be compassionate. Be inclusive. Curious George is a resilient risk taker, which leads him to some hairy predicaments at times. He's been swept up in the sky by a kite, and he's blasted off into space. After his adventures and mishaps along the way, he dusts himself off and explores what could be next. At all of the crossroads, you are faced with a risk. Take the leap. Follow your dreams. George is often called into leadership when animals are in trouble, and he responds courageously to rescue them. Like George, get involved in your future communities and take the lead to help others when you can. George is the ultimate creative problem solver. When a pigeon needed a new roost, George used household items to create it. He's an agile thinker, so he built several versions until he got it just right. So go out and be creative and flexible in your thinking. Think like George, but please clean up your mess when you're done. Although George communicates in ooh, monkey sounds, through his interactions and mannerisms, he is a confident communicator. Remember that it is not just through our words that we communicate, but also our actions. As you continue to be lifelong learners in the world, whether that be in the military, career, college, or in a gap year, stay curious, take risk, work with others, be flexible, challenge yourselves to speak up and lead. You are headed into a fantastic life of ups and downs, twists and turns, just like George, and you are ready for it. It is my honor to wish you all the very best in your futures. On behalf of Erica, Andrea, Rick, Katie, and myself, we are so proud of you. Congratulations, class of 2023.
At this time, I would like to introduce Jessica Matlock, our keynote speaker. Jessica is LPEA's first female CEO in the co-op's 80-year history. Prior to this role, Matlock served as a member of the executive leadership team for one of the nation's largest power energy companies, where she directed customer engagement, legislative and policy strategy, and the development and implementation of the utility's solar, electric vehicle, and demand response programs. Prior to this, Jessica worked as an energy expert for the U.S. Senate, advising senators in crafting federal energy legislation that is now law. She also held numerous positions with the Bonneville Power Administration, one of the nation's largest producers of energy along the West Coast, was a city planner for the city of Portland, was a biologist for an environmental consulting firm, and served her nation in the United States Coast Guard. She graduated from the United States Coast Guard Academy and has her Bachelor's of Science in Chemical Oceanography from the University of Washington and her Master's in Public Administration from Portland State University. Everybody, please welcome Jessica Matlock.
Thank you, Leo. All right, thanks for having me, everybody. I am honored and excited to be part of this celebration and to celebrate all of you. I'm especially excited to be here because my son will be a DHS freshman next year, and I have two other children that'll be here years after. I was asked by our graduating students to speak about the importance of overcoming adversity and how to persevere. Sounds like you guys already know a lot about that. So today, I'm going to share with you my life's lessons about overcoming adversity, persevering, and trying to make the communities in which we live a better place. So, I begin. I grew up on a ranch on the Front Range of Colorado, where, no surprise, growing up on a ranch, I learned life lessons and the value of hard work. I was rising with the roosters, cleaning horse stalls, feeding livestock, and chasing turkeys. While I loved growing up on a ranch and the hard work it entailed, I wanted something different in life. To put it simply, I wanted to be a combat fighter pilot. Unfortunately for me, during the 1990s, the Department of Defense gave preference to those individuals with a Y chromosome and more testosterone. So what was a cowgirl supposed to do from Colorado? Well, naturally, with all the oceanfront property we have here in Colorado, hope you guys know that song, I did the next logical thing. I joined the U.S. Coast Guard at the U.S. Coast Guard Academy. Since the Coast Guard was not part of the Department of Defense, I could fly any mission, any aircraft, and also be part of the greater mission of saving lives, protecting the environment, and interdicting drug dealers on the ocean. Life and school and the Coast Guard was great. One day you are prepared to lead as an officer, integrated with active duty every summer, learning to conduct rescue swimming operations, where they actually threw me quite often into the ocean to play the dummy. High seas fishery enforcement, interdictions, navigation, weaponry, where I became an expert marksman, and a little taste of flying C-130s in Alaska. Really show you your best laid plans will change, as all of you experience. Entering my senior year at the U.S. Coast Guard Academy, I actually failed my flight physical. Somehow my eyesight had diminished from the time I had entered the academy. I felt like my life was crushed, plans and dreams ripped out from under me. Lost, scared, uncertain of the future. With this new, uncertain future, I did what most people would do. I returned home to Colorado to reset and reevaluate my future, which ultimately led me where I am today. When returning home, I eventually walked through whatever door that was open to me, but I was still lost. I became a GIS mapping expert in Mesa County, and then eventually I moved to Seattle to finish my undergrad degree in chemical oceanography at the University of Washington. Far from flight school, I worked at a coffee shop, temporary secretary jobs, and then I worked as a receptionist. No doubt I had been humbled. Once visions of flying multi-million-dollar aircraft, and now here I was answering telephones. But I kept walking through doors. I stayed curious. Sorry, I'm trying to get that sound off. But I kept walking through doors. I stayed curious and I took risks. One of those early risks was asking if I could get involved with environmental work even though I was a receptionist. It worked and led me to the path of becoming an environmental scientist. Within a short amount of time, I would soon become an environmental city planner and fish and wildlife manager for one of the largest power companies on the West Coast. And then somehow, some way, that led me to Washington, D.C. to work for the Department of Energy, and then as an energy expert for a U.S. Senator, where I was responsible for working on the Energy Policy Act of 2006, which has shaped energy policy in the United States. After that, I was recruited to work for one of the largest public utilities in the U.S. I became the Policy and Government Affairs. As I had learned before I applied humility, my curiosity, and perseverance to this new position, and doing any task that I was asked to do. And that's an important one for your future. And by applying these life lessons, I eventually rose to the ranks to lead a large component of a company, ultimately being responsible for planning and designing the power of the future of power supply for the Northwest. With that whirlwind tour from a ranch to a wannabe combat pilot to a humbled receptionist to working in the US Senate, and then for a very large company, I now have the privilege to be here with my family of 5, my awesome dog, and serving all of you as the CEO of La Plata Electric. No doubt, you will face adversity, you will face despair and great uncertainty as I did, and many others do. But you have a choice in life. You can stay in desperation, depression, and defeat, or you can take control of your life and find success and happiness. But you have to open your minds and be curious. You have to be humble, not always think that you're the best. We always did in the military sometimes. And you have to look for opportunities, ask questions, seek diversity of thought amongst your peers, and persevere. Your story will change, and new, perhaps unexpected, paths will open up for you. But most importantly, you can all make a difference as leaders in your own way. I believe that these main characteristics will help you in your future. Empathy, curiosity, so always ask questions. That's the point of that one. One thing that helped me in life is don't take no for an answer, right? I know many of you fought for that this year. I followed it in the news, and you didn't take no for an answer. You kept going. Be resilient, and don't wither at the first sign of conflict and adversity. Simply put, we are now a nation full of diversity, and more importantly, a nation full of diversity of thought. And the only way we can pull forward as a nation and community is if our young future leaders, all of you, can have the empathy to those around us. So continue to dream, and again, be curious. Be resilient in the face of change and uncertainty, but don't let others bring you down. Social media is very tough on people. I can attest to that. And the thing is that you're stronger than all of that, and believe in yourself. But seek to find common ground and solutions with those you may even disagree with, because there's some point of truth in a disagreement. And continue to understand that your story will change, and life will surely throw you a curveball that you must overcome. As was mentioned before, we all believe in you. You all play a part in our future. So find that gift you were given and use it. And don't be discouraged if life throws you a curveball. Persevere and find the blessings in disguise. We are all here for you. We are proud of you. Many congrats to you on your journey. So please be strong, be really strong, do good, and always believe in yourself. Thank you.
Dr. Chester, if you'd like to join me. As the principal of Durango High School, it is my pleasure to present the members of the graduating class of 2023 to the Board of Education and Superintendent Dr. Karen Chesser. As attested by their teachers and academic advisors and confirmed by the Durango High School administration, each member of this class has successfully completed the graduation requirements as set forth by the Durango School District 9R Board of Education. Dr. Chesser, on behalf of the students, faculty, and administration of Durango High School, please accept the class of 2023.
Thank you, Principal Hurl. I accept and congratulate the graduates of the class of 2023.
Diploma Group 1, please rise. Please come forward to receive your diplomas.
Ashley Forrest.
Stridicus. Lily Solheim. Tanner Coddington. Nicholas Best. Maddox Bryant. Jameson Connolly. Baron Bronson. Madison Lesage. Gabriella Picaro. Leland Longin. Riley Ressler. Hayes Stridicus. Rowan Clark. Seneca Hawk Sagetree Wilson. Victoria Barletta. Ayana Glass. Olivia Rome. Rose Ryder. Jessica McVaugh. Robert Frederick Ryder.
Molly Stanifer. Kiva Nickelreimer. Michael Benner. Zeta Mestis. Mac Otter. Zachary Ottman. Keaton Roof. Marin Clay. Annie Bronson. Willow Lott. Reese Glover.
Jarek Baruch. Brady Hansen. Isabel Johnson. Amelia Hawk. Tegan Reese. Claire Choate. Mason Rowland. Naomi Smith. Kiana Fullerton. Jesse Quinzler. Leah Wolf. Aliza Bosmans. Samantha Phelps. Anna Wiley. Willa Trono. Amaya Hansen. Caitlin Bowie. Aiden Rosenberg.
Samantha Collins. Hannah Helms. Kieran Miller. Jaden Snyder. Alyssa Walcott. Nina Carter. JJ Hurl. Alyssa Radkowski. Ava Wright. Abigail Bowman. Avery Curran. Nina Quayle. Sydney Pritchard. Addie Katie. Amelia Davenport. Eleanor Davenport. Cole Ulrich.
AJ Folk. Nick Baston. Lucinda Johnson. Rabin Shropshire. Annie Ganay. Shelby Zuber. Garrett Ammerman. Ben Carithers. Emmett Arias. Vivian Pinkerton. Luke Wesley. Zach Haber. Sophia Lloyd. Anna Finiseth. Anaya Brandt. Amelia Ennis. Jada Dreger. Samantha Brock. Taya Barnes. Matthew Butler. Elizabeth York. Addison Crossland. Emma Hendricks.
Asher Smith. Hannah Miller. Lillian Hackman. Eric Orlenis. Alan Begay. Zoe Scott. Leona McKenney. Glenn Moreno. Rebecca Latham. Lainey Rivas. Nelly Fierro. Brooke Cronister. Hannah Cronister. Kylie Pontine. Mariah Whitney. Danny Chabato. Sophia Sabato. Conrad Flanders. Austin Archuleta. Kyle Begay.
Please now welcome our amazing student speakers, Daniela Chavarro and Maya Hansen.
The first thing I want to say before I start is that having the opportunity to give my graduation speech in front of all of you today is a dream and a blessing. I come from the beautiful country of Colombia, but unfortunately, 3 years ago, I had to leave everything I loved behind because of the violence and terrible economic situation my family was facing. I remember all the fears and doubts, and there were many questions that invaded my mind about our future. If I was able to describe this transition, in just one word, I will say uncertainty, because the things that were coming were completely unexpected for my family and me. 2 weeks after we arrived here, COVID made us stay in quarantine at home. Not knowing any English and being the older sister made me take on a lot of responsibilities at home while my parents were looking for a job in order to give my sister and I a better quality of life. Even though at that moment my hopes were disappearing because I was completely alone, I persevered for myself and my little sister. The difficult experiences I faced as a Latina and immigrant student were significant, and I wanted to succeed so I could contribute deep in the future to end the struggles minorities have to face at school. No one was there to translate for my little sister, who at that moment was in first grade. I remember how hard it was for us to communicate with the teachers and how ignored we felt because it seemed like we didn't have a voice. There were long nights in my bed where I was wishing I could escape from this reality because I wanted to go back just to give my grandma a hug, but it was impossible because we were not safe there in that place where the lives of my grandfather and uncle were taken away. A long journey was ahead of me. This journey was difficult, but it also came with new people and opportunities that made it worth it. The long hours it took to learn this new language, take risks, and leave my fears behind were essential so I could be standing here today, receiving my diploma. I just want to say thank you to everyone who was part of this process. Thank you to my family, my counselors, my teachers, to my trio advisors that made me able to get to college, my friends, and everyone else that supported me and made me see a light in the darkest moments. I'm proud to say to you that the reality I faced is different for today's students in our district. We've been working within the district to make spaces more welcoming and translation services available to all families so teachers and staff can communicate with them in their native languages. It is true that it is still not perfect, but we now have a bigger support system than before. I'm standing here today to represent my culture, my ethnicity, and the courage we had to take a journey when we had to face an incredibly difficult decision to leave our homelands. This recognition we received today as we graduate high school is a reflection of the hard work we had to put in every day at school. Even if you don't have the best GPA, just learning a new language and taking classes in a different environment that we are used to is something we have to celebrate. We overcame adversity, and because of our perseverance, we're finally here. Feel part of your identity, of where you came from and who you are. Today, you have to celebrate yourself. Congratulations to all graduates, and especially to immigrants who will be receiving their diplomas today. I know how hard it was for you to finally make this a reality, and I know how much all of us wish our entire family could be here today with us, as some are still in our home countries. So in case no one told you today, I'm proud of you and the big effort you put into this. I admire you, and thank you for making this community a more diverse one. I believe that this next generation will contribute deeply to make this country a better one. Don't forget to be kind and welcoming to every person you meet, and please promise me to never give up. I can see in all of you a successful future, and I hope with all my heart that every dream you have will come true. In my case, my biggest dream is to see you succeed and say, they were part of this class, Class 2023.
Before we get into it, I'd like to thank the people without whom I would not be standing here today. Shout out to the teachers who have made classes an experience rather than a chore, and to the administrators who have worked tirelessly promoting a positive culture at DHS. Thank you to the adults who listen to us, allowing our youth to be an asset, not a liability. To my friends, I have learned so much from you, and high school was manageable and even enjoyable at times because of your influence. And lastly, to my family, who has taught me to dream, to listen, and to speak. I was reading, as I often do. Nights when the stress and the worries and the fears about my future take hold, it's nice to escape sometimes. Something I read recently stuck with me in the Red Rising series by Pierce Brown. All we have is that shout into the wind, how we live, how we go, and how we stand before we fall. Somehow, my intended escape turned into something profound. I hate when the books I used to avoid thinking make me think. It stuck in my head. What is my shout in the wind? If I listen, what are those around me shouting? Human life, in the grand scheme of things, burns bright and beautiful and short. In high school, an even shorter, condensed shout. One with a massive change in volume, as the gangly and sullen 8th graders become the slightly taller, gangly and sullen seniors. High school represents a training ground for finding one's voice. We move from getting dropped off at the mommy circle to driving, from playground equipment to conversation, from living in our family shadow to casting our own. We are here today, holding our breath, ready to start finally finding the words to our life's tune. Each melody is different, studying furiously for another set of finals, a carefully crafted moment on stage, or running down the field, fingers primed to catch the ball, like this, something like that. At first, I think it makes us scared, the lack of control we have over what notes might come out of us. Society tries to tell us that we can and should control almost every aspect of our lives. That if we eat right, test right, look right, sound right, we can find success. Some will try and burn out, their naive idealism melting down. And some will settle, always wishing they pushed the bar just a little bit higher. So where is the sweet spot of success, if not on either extreme? Everyone always brings up quintessential success stories. Look at Mark Zuckerberg. He was successful and he dropped out of college. What a shining example of shifting the paradigm. Look at Einstein. He didn't do well in school and he won a Nobel Prize and condemned us all to learn physics. They are used as paragons of great failure to great success. But not everybody wins a Nobel Prize or goes to court for having a tech monopoly, so how do we translate and apply? While Einstein was correct in thinking that his high school education was limiting his creativity, when he rebelled against the system in college, he was written a terrible letter of recommendation and subsequently went from job to job for the next 2 years. Things changed when he was offered a job at a small patent office by a longtime friend. While the work was tedious and not particularly glamorous, the financial security the system offered allowed Einstein the ability to think freely. Later that year, he wrote his first papers, starting the upwards trend that would lead him to becoming one of the most impactful physicists in history. Those who know me know how ironic it is I used a physics metaphor. I guess what I'm getting at is he chose to work with people and systems he disagreed with in order to have the margin to change things in his life for the better. Disagreeing with something doesn't mean that thing has no value, and understanding and empathy for the why behind frustrating things forms the seed of lasting change. If you look back on your fond memories of high school, what sticks out? For most of us, it involves compromise. The football games, we're sitting on uncomfortable benches and pushing each other and chanting redundantly, wait, do we even like football? That was hypothetical, we like football. No, we remember the smiles, the laughter, the sense of belonging. High school is full of these situations. We have to give up our personal notions of comfort and control in order to experience the variety life has to offer. When you get there, wherever there is for you after this summer, remember to let go of the fear that makes you want to tight fist the reins. Enjoyment and success come from a willingness to enter with an open mind, to trust that the ideals in your mind are good, but reality, although different than imagined, tastes so much sweeter. One shout in the wind is barely heard, fleeting and quiet. But if we blend our voices with those around us, each a different pitch and timbre, our shout becomes a song with so much more complexity, meaning, and lasting resonance than one person could ever make. May the shout of the class of 2023 be a symphony of positive change in a challenging world. Thank you.
Thank you, Amaya and Danny. It is my pleasure to now present Diploma Group 2. Diploma Group 2, please rise. Please come forward to receive your diplomas.
Bettine. No card. Dylan Fullington. Liam Sutherland. Christopher McGrath. Chance Costa. Kanan Martin. Sunny Webster. Patton. Gavin Hamlin. Hayden Palmer. Mitchell Rodas. Jaden Rambo. Trinity Griego. Emily Miner. Hallie Peterson. Michelle Palacios. Evan Tweedy. Lola Mae Bradshaw. Litzy Lopez. Ellie McLean. Kalia Bartlett. Sophia Maines. Nicole Sweet.
Jeb Gilland. Riley Wood. Claire Paul. Gage Glover. Zachary McNish. Madeline Stevenson. Eli Davin. Ethan Goupel. Ethan Pepperdine. Eli Russell. Nathaniel Johnson Pinto. Andreas Garcia. Tristan Scott. Dale Harris. Vincente Draper. Exter Jessup. Elias Garcia. Daniel Gutierrez. Miguel Stubbs. Dylan Hennenberger. Michael Cowan. Brett Franklin. Chris Martinez.
Thaddeus Farrell. Alec Shear. Trey Allen. James Dixon. Evan Gonzalez. Grady Hill. Taggart Barden. Brandon Marquez. Sarah Phelps. Riley Campbell. Sydney Wells. Gracie Northcutt. Tamsin Pult Jones. Xavier Lopez. Bo Howard. Jacob McVeigh. Topher Hughes. Jacob Pappy. Drew Ludwig. Molly Matney. Sophia Kothi. Eliza Bomshen.
Julia Peterson. Riley Leininger. Miranda Witten. Olivia Reeve. Ruth Bernardo. Mazzie Bolden. Hayden Grant. Deegan Oreo. Samuel Latham. Thomas Farrell. McKelty Bodoni. Brianna Ruiz. Jimena Mendoza. Shania Gott. Desiree Pringle. Sydney Young. Natanya Canuho. Halen McMillan. Wrigley Ham. Cadence Klatt. Macy Fogel. Isabel Mora. Clara Absalanova.
Sierra Hector. Dominic James Amaya. Haley Taft. Otten. Oren Bleth. Mikey Rids. Wesley Lynch. Hannah Haskins. Elise Schumann. Victoria Parmiter. Rowan Holiday. Aiden Hoffman. Benjamin Montoya. Aiden Hurley. Gwyneth Prothero. Audrey Clark. Dakota Gervais. Berkeley Kraus. Margaret Williams.
Audrey Polt Jones. Sabrielle Wood. Isaac Garrett. Malachi Begay. Samuel Cottle. Micah Stahl. Summit Worry. Luca Busnardo. Mason Linney. William Slaughter. Will Colleen. Jesse Bader. Kylan Murphy Garcia. Bowden DeVoe. Charis Herrera Gomez. Libni Castro Sanchez. Brian Jimenez. Blanca Chacon Morales. Kifa Jerome. Nicholas Cordy. James Storm. Luke McAteer. Drew Burns. Logan Ditzler.
Tinashe Veretta. Sophie Ragsdale. Ava McClellan. Rennick Vincent. Brielle Madrid. Alasia Colum. Anne-Marie Austin. Lyrical Sofia Rodriguez. Cruz Marie Kolvig. Ryan Montoya. Charlotte Newbold. Avery Elliott. Joshua Yu. Riley Sharp. Maria Alice Costa. Benjamin Hinckley. Amelia Wood. Alexander Robinson. Cedar Newman. Paul Cavalier. Cedric Robinson. Rachel Tillotson.
Jacob Fuller. Mason O'Bannon. Lucas Carlson. Payson Albright. Otto Castlebury. Mark Schooley. Tyler Young. Haley Spurgeon. Samuel Fontenot. Alan Hardy. Mondo Autry. Caden Cool. Alexander Varner. Naomi Rowe. Junior Garcia Rodriguez. Diego Verduzco. Matthew Yarbrough. Lakin Yarbrough. Zach Wentworth. Hunter Hool. Diploma Group 2, please be seated.
Thank you for attending our graduation of the class of 2023. Graduates, please move your tassels to the left. And now the moment we've been waiting for. Please remove your caps and throw in 3, 2, 1.